going to talk a little bit today about eyeshadow blending because I know that seems scary, it seems difficult, and it's really not. So I wanted to jump on and chat with you about blending and what you need to do to know how to do it and do it effectively. Okay, hi Kim. Okay, let me get on here. Okay, gotta get the hair back. So let's start with a face. So I have already put on my moisturizer, my serum, my primer. So I am just going to, hi Erin. So Kim, when do you leave? It's soon, right? My liquid foundation, as most of you know, this is, I think my favorite. I also love our powder. But I love how light feeling the liquid is. Very light, as you can tell. It's not a thick product. It's not going to make you look overly made up. It is a medium coverage, so if you need a fuller coverage, we definitely need to look at the powder. But if you just need a little bit of coverage, something to even out your skin tone, that's primarily, oh good, exciting, Kim's going to California. Although it's not vacation, so I'm sure it's not overly exciting, but yeah, so that's what I love about the foundation. Two things. It is not overly thick, so it's not going to make my face look, overdone. But it has good coverage, and you can build on it. Like if you don't get enough first time, you can add. And then the main two things I like about it, it dries to a matte, so I don't look shiny. I hate to look shiny. That is like my thing. I don't like to look shiny. But I also don't like to look overly dried out. So sometimes I worry with my powder, I have to add like a setting spray or something so I don't look too dry. And then second, it lasts all day. So it's gonna dry to a matte, and then I am gonna have good coverage, a good look, even late this afternoon, tonight. And that's what I love about the foundation. And we talk a lot about Unique and how mascara really put Unique on the map, and that is absolutely true. But I have to say, I first fell in love with the foundation. So that was kind of my thing. Because we used to have a two-step mascara, the 3D, and it was either love it or hate it. And I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. But it just seemed like a lot of trouble. So when I first started using Unique, I sent back my first thing of mascara because I didn't like it. But I fell in love with the foundation. And that is what kept me going. And then, of course, now we have our fabulous Epic one-step mascara and our Epic 4D one-step mascara. So I'm all about the mascara now. But I wasn't in the beginning. So anyway, so let's chat a little bit about eyeshadow blending. So that's what we're doing today. And I've been using the liquid shadows, which are awesome. If you haven't tried these, guys, you might want to think about that. It comes in, so this is a matte shade. You can see how it's not as shiny or shimmer as these. So we have mattes, we have non-mattes. It's totally up to you. We have several different colors. I will admit, I wore this one yesterday on my eyes. I did not really like it on my eyes. This is Exalted. It's a gorgeous pink color, but I am not a giant pink fan in eyeshadow. So if you've watched my videos, you know that about me. So nothing against Exalted, and it may work great on you, but it's definitely not my favorite on my eyes. I did wear it on my lips though, and I still do love it there. So I am going to use Exalted. So this is a doe foot applicator, nice to know. But it's designed to have just the right amount of product in there because you really aren't going to need much. Less is more in this. So we're going to start off with just a little bit. And you don't want it to dry too much, but you don't want to be blending when it's too wet either. So I just gave it a brief minute, and you can see I'm bringing it down. I just put a little bit in the crease area, and then I'm bringing it down as part of the blending. So one of the main keys to being able to blend is having the right tools. So it's just like your husband says all the time, you got to have the right tools, and he goes out and buys all these things that you don't think you need. But it's true. You got to have the right tools, and the same thing's true for blending. So you can do this with your fingers, and I have done a little bit with my fingers, but I highly, highly recommend and think the most effective way is to do it with a brush. So I am using our crease brush. If you don't want our brush, if you want to go to Ulta and see it first or whatever, you know, whatever. But what I'm using is, it's a round brush. It's kind of dirty, it needs cleaning. And I'm just going in little circles. So you don't want something that's overly fluffy. It needs to have, you know, it needs to be that when you try to put your, when you're pushing down on it, it's not just, you know, going away. It's got to have a little structure to it is the word I'm trying to use. And we're going to clean this. I'm going to blow your mind when I clean this in a minute. Okay, so what I did was I took Ornate, this kind of goldish, and you can see it when you blend it in, it definitely looks a little more subtle. I'm blending this side a little bit more because I have more over here than I have over here. The other way to rectify that is to add a little bit, so let's do that. Again, less is more with these, so, you know, just add a little bit, see how it goes, and you can always add more. It's easier to add than take away. So, as I said, this is Ornate, a gorgeous bronze, and I'm just giving it a minute to dry. And then same thing, I'm just gonna blend that. So again, blending is nothing more than having the right brush, and then you're just doing little circles. Little circles, there's a few more tips I'll show you. But little circles to just blur the edges. That's what we're doing here. We're blurring the edges to get where there's not a harsh line from where the color was. Okay, and then I went totally overboard on that side now. So this is trial and error, right? Once it dries, it is kind of hard to get off, so you're just gonna have to keep blending. Okay, that's better. And then I'm gonna blend some more. So you're blurring the edges. Think about it that way. Blurring the edges so that it all kind of flows together. The color just flows one color into another and isn't really a harsh break in between. Now, if you do have a little too much, which I think I took care of it, but if you did, you could take something like this. This is our fluffy brush. This is called Blending Brush. And you see it's much more fluffy. So this isn't, so when I was talking about the short bristles with a little more structure to it, that's what you're gonna need to do like the small circles and all. But then if you have an overall, and we'll do this at the end also, to just kind of bring it all together. Maybe get a little product off, you know, whatever you need. Did I get something in my eye? Okay, so I've been wanting to do, is this it? Reverent, yes. So this is my next color, and this is a very, it's like a champagne, and I'm gonna do that on the inner part here. Now, one thing I should mention, and I didn't have my Reverent the last few days, so you can totally use your powder shadow with the liquid shadow. So let's say right now I didn't have this lighter color and I just wanted to use my powders. Like once it's dry, you can totally do that. And I can tell already I have a little bit too much on here. But I'm just bringing it into the color that I already had. And then where there's a harsh edge, blurring those lines, just like we did a minute ago. Now, I totally could have gone the whole length of the eye. See, this is a little bright for where my scar is. I could have gone the length of the eye for that, but, you know, it's just how I did the design. So I could do more of the lighter color and less of the ornate, totally personal preference. So this color, I'm gonna have to tone down. I can tell that already, right? you know, again, is you can use it with the powders, and that's what I'm gonna show you, because I don't really like that color as the highlight under my brow. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give that some time to dry. So tell you what, I'm gonna clean this. Did y'all see kind of how dirty it was? We have the best brush cleaner. You just spray it with our spray. Take a washcloth or a towel, whatever, and wipe it, and look how clean. I need to do a little more in the middle, hold on. But it is the best because no water, you don't have to get any soap, none of that. The best brush cleaner. So now that our liquid shadow is dry and blended, so then I would take a color, totally up to you. I've been using palette 6 just because I love palette 6. And I've been using this color, the light color, just for a little bit up here in the brow area as a highlight. And then like here where I said, you know, it's just a little too much where I have that little bit of a scar. So I'm gonna take this Calm, which is a matte color. So if you don't want as much attention drawn to something, then don't make it sparkly. And then it's also going to help when we put on our eyeliner. So, and that's really it. So as I said, you want the lines to be blurred. So you can see how just one color goes into the other. There shouldn't be harsh lines. And then at the end, you want to take your blending brush and just go over the whole thing. And make sure you're just bringing it all together. If you need to tone down some color, get some color off, then you might want to do it a little more. If you don't, then you don't. Just, again, totally up to you. And that's it, guys. Like, it's seriously not that difficult. And I know it seems intimidating. But once you have the right brushes, I think you'll find that it's not that difficult. So now this is the way that I do blending. If you have some ideas, I'd love to hear them. So feel free to comment below. And the same concept works no matter what kind of eyeshadow you're using. So even if it's powder eyeshadow or cream eyeshadow, both, you know, or the liquids, like whichever one you're using for you, you still are going to want to blend that in because you just want it to be a natural progression of color. You don't want there to be some harsh lines with it. Where's my mascara? Oh, here it is. And then our Epic Mascara. This is the one I was telling you about, is our new-ish, it's only been out for a couple years, one-step mascara. And then we just came out with a brand new one to complement this. It's our 4D. So it's basically replacing the old 3D that had the two steps, the fibers. It has the fibers built right in, so it's only a one-step. Now, just this month, we've come out with a brand new lash primer. So that's another one. I should have, you know what, we can do it on the other eye to show you guys that. I forgot about it. Because right now you can get that lash primer on sale with any mascara and 2 of the liquid eyeshadows. So this whole eye look, the 2 liquid eyeshadows that you guys saw me put on and blend, and mascara, and the brand new lash primer. And the lash primer, so I know you guys know, you've heard me talk about the eye primer. You definitely need that for your eyeshadow. The face primer, it's going to fill those pores, get your face ready for your foundation. And your lash primer is going to serve the same function, which is to get your lashes ready to look amazing. So this is the lash primer. I should have done this already, but we'll do one eye with and one eye without. There's something in my applicator. And what this is going to do is it's going to kind of wrap each lash. So it's going to make it a little thicker, a little longer, and it's going to keep them from clumping. So that's one of the things I really like about it, is that it kind of wraps each individual lash. So then when I put my mascara on, they stay separate, like the lashes stay separate. So that is a big benefit for the lash primer. And then I'm going with coat number 2 of our Epic. But you can get any of the mascaras you want. You can get this is the regular black. You can get regular brown. You can get regular waterproof. Or you can get our 4D, which is the one with the fibers. Why don't we put it on the other eye just so you guys can see it. So this has fibers already in it. It's a little bit different applicator. And what you're going to do is you're going to wiggle it at the base to deposit those Y-shaped fibers and then kind of roll it up. It's hard for me to do my left eye because I'm right-handed. So I'm going to wiggle and roll, wiggle and roll. Because what we're doing is we're doing it a little different because we're trying to deposit those fibers onto the lash. And then after I get that initial coat on, I tend to just brush it on like a regular mascara at that point. So the fibers are Y-shaped. They're going to grab each other and build on each other. So the idea is that the 4D is a little bit more dramatic than the Epic. Now I've got 2 coats of Epic here and 1 coat of 4D. So you can see on me, I don't have like the crazy awesome lashes. That's why I'm always posting anybody else's crazy awesome lashes. So, you know, it's a difference. You'll be able to see a difference when I put on 2 coats of this, but it's not going to be like a ton of change. But again, that's me. I have lots of customers who see a huge difference with the 4D. So again, personal preference. If you like more drama, the better, then I would highly recommend the 4D. Now, if you decide you don't like the 4D, everything is returnable. So you can go straight to my website, www.angelasmakeup.com, and grab the Kudos. That is the monthly special. And it's going to have the 2 liquid eyeshadows, any mascara you want, the Epic or the 4D, and the lash primer in it. So you can see the biggest difference I see with the 4D is how much thicker it makes the lashes, but you know, that is probably from the primer too. So it's hard to compare. We have to do a 4D with primer and a 4D without, and then an Epic, same thing. But anyway, you get the idea. Lots of great lashes. I mean, regardless of which eye you like better, or we've got the lash product for you, so we can make it awesome. So yeah, you get 2 liquid shadows, any mascara you want, and the lash primer for 80 bucks right now. That's gonna save you about $25. So it's a great time to try some of that. Also, you know, you've seen me with the foundation, all of that stuff. If you need any help figuring out colors, message me or comment help in the comments below and I will help you with that. So as I said, what we have covered today, the eyeshadow blending, and then let me just reiterate for you guys, because you see me do it all the time. I am in love with my Prim eyeliner, which is a light brown eyeliner, as a lip liner. And I mentioned that the colors of the new liquid shadows can also be used on lips. So yesterday, I told you guys I had this like more pink, and I didn't love it on my eyes, but I did love it on my lips. And the other one I love on my lips is this Willed. It's a little darker. And this is the one that I said was not a shimmer. Look at how pretty that is. Right? And I wanted to use that right now because I want to show you what a great fall look this gives you. So this was the Ornate on the eyes along with the Reverent in the corner, and then I used some powder as a highlight. And then the Wild on the lips. I love, love, love the Wild. The Wild on the eyes looks awesome too, but talk about a fantastic fall combo. It is perfect for that. And also, just so you know, this blush I used is Surreal blush. Again, it's gonna be amazing for fall. So guys, that is it. I am posting all of this to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get my videos a little better able to be seen by people who maybe aren't on Facebook. So feel free to make sure you jump over there, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting all that, and that's where the tutorials will go. So let me know if there's something you want to see, and I will help you with that. And make sure you subscribe. You can find the link on my page. I'll post it again in the comments. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.